Are you struggling to find the time to start a YouTube channel while balancing your freelance clients, your 9-to-5, or just life in general? What if I told you that starting a YouTube channel didn't have to take over your entire life, and you can actually save time in the long run doing so? In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can start a YouTube channel and balance your life and your job without losing your mind. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Russell, and this is Let's Chat Tech with Nick. Now, let me preface this video by saying I am in no way an expert when it comes to making YouTube videos. Not even close. I've been doing this for just over a year, and for the most part of last year, I was making one video a month at best. And in the last couple of months, I've been doing one video a week. And what I want to talk about in this video, even though I have a business and I have a life outside of that, I can still find time with my framework to make one video per week. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this week's video. Now, as you can imagine, being an entrepreneur and a freelancer, there's a lot of my time that goes into running my business and helping my clients. Not only that, how to create videos. And when I started my YouTube journey, I basically started because I wanted to unbox my Galaxy Z Fold 4 and talk about that. And I wanted to initially talk about all things tech and unboxing and things like that. So I made that video, and then I was supposed to do a review right after the unboxing, and then I waited a couple months. So that turned into, I think it was 4 months after getting the Fold 4, doing a review. And then imposter syndrome kicked in, and I made every excuse in the book not to make a video. Now, that wasn't up until I found Ali Abdaal and how he started his channel. And something he said really resonated with me. At the beginning, very few people are actually going to watch your videos. You're going to have terrible video quality, the audio may not be great, your topic's not great, but think about it. You're new at this. This is a new skill you have to learn. And what Ollie said was, just start. Doesn't matter how good it is, how bad it is. It could even be a video that's not edited at all. As long as you start and publish, each and every video, you're going to get better. You may be better at scripting. You may get a better headline, a better hook, a better story. And you could get better at editing using tools like Canva or tying in B-roll footage. Whatever the case may be, as long as you start, nobody's going to really be watching your videos at the beginning. And after, say, 30 to 100, could even take 200 videos. Doesn't matter. As long as you're putting the time in to learning and growing, that's what matters. And in this video, I want to talk about the framework I use to get those videos out and learn as I go along the way. So let's start out by talking about how much time you have to make a video. Now, at the start, you may not have a full 40 hours to create videos and make a massive production out of it. You may only have 4 hours in a week, or 8 or 12 hours. But how you spread out that time and section it off into different parts of the video making process is what matters. And in this video, we're going to talk about coming up with the ideas, writing your scripts, actually filming your videos, editing your videos, and then publishing your videos. Not to mention coming up with a caption, a headline, and a hook, and all of that. So let's, for example, say you have 12 hours a week that you can put towards making a YouTube video. Now, when you think about it, 12 hours is quite a bit of time, but when you spread that over the week, that's a little over an hour a day, like 2 hours a day that you're putting into this. So that could be first thing in the morning when you get up to after supper or when the kids go to bed. As long as you can find that time, and again, it could be even less, it could be 8 hours a week, but it's how you use that time that counts. Now, let's talk about the very first step in the framework, and let's talk about the idea phase. So the first step in this framework is the idea phase. Now, this is something I don't dedicate specific time for. This is something that is always ongoing. Now, if you've seen my Notion videos before, I use Notion for everything, and we'll talk a little about that later. But one of the key things in Notion is my second brain. And with that, I have a widget on my home screen. So when I'm out and about, all I have to do is hit the plus icon on the widget and instantly brings me up to the note, and I could type in all of my ideas. So if you're out for a run, or if you're out with friends, or you're just out, say, shopping, and you see a new tech product you want to talk about, or whatever the case may be, I hit that quick capture, type in everything that I'm thinking about, and then I could organize that after when I'm actually doing the research for the video. So with that idea phase, I can talk about the S25 Ultra. The S Pen is not Bluetooth like the previous, and then whatever I can come up with, that's out of my brain, it's into my second brain, and then I can transfer that into my planning, my video planning page, and start planning from there. Which brings us to the next point. So this next phase is coming up with your headline, your hook, and your thumbnail, as well as doing the YouTube research, researching your video and what you want to talk about. So the first thing, you have the idea, come up with that hook. The hook is extremely important. And it's clear I haven't perfected my hook because a lot of my viewers dip off after that first 30-second mark. And that's something that Sean Carroll and Ali Abdal talk about as well, is really crafting that hook and keeping the attention of the people watching your video. And then from there, you can come up with your headline and your thumbnail. So as you're writing your script, you already have that main part. You have the visual of your thumbnail and the headline to work off of as you write your script, which brings us into the next phase. Now, when it comes to scripting your video and writing that out, you can do that in a number of ways. You could either write out your full script, you could have a teleprompter behind you that you're reading, or you could do it like me where I have main bullet points that I want to talk about. So I have it on the monitor here next to me. I know what bullet points before each section of the video. I'll review that, and then I'll go back to actually filming the video. Now, when it comes to doing script, there's a number of different ways you can do it, but one of the main ways is using a method that I first heard from a guy by the name of Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson owns a company called ClickFunnels and is quite possibly one of the best marketers in the world. And in his first book, .com Secrets, he talks about hook, story, offer. Now that can be used in creating content, creating your sales funnels, or even writing a video. So the hook, obviously we talked about that, something to grab the audience's attention and to keep them for longer than 30 seconds. The story, the main body of your script. So starting out with an intro in that, and then maybe a little bit of a backstory, and then into the body of the topic. And then after that is your offer, your call to action. And it doesn't have to be an offer that you're selling something. It could be even something as simple as like and subscribe, comment down below, wink, wink, cough, cough, just saying. But however you want to end that video, have some sort of call to action that your audience is going to do. And it doesn't have to be click a link below. It doesn't have to be buy this offer from me, even something that small. So that's scripting your video. Now, we're all set for filming, so let's talk about that. Now, this is the best part. This is what I find the most fun, is actually filming your videos. And it doesn't have to be an elaborate setup. I don't have anything big behind me, just my little corner with my BlackBerry, my corkboard with my couple notes. I have a light, some plants behind me, And it's not the ideal setup. Of course, I've got Ronnie the robot next to me, but it's not the ideal setup. But it's what I have. It's what I'm working with for now. And eventually, as I grow, I'm going to really create a huge space in here that will work as a full-on YouTube studio. But the main thing is actually get going. And you don't have to have the best equipment. I have a Blue Yeti mic that's probably 6 or 7 years old. I got it on sale many, many moons ago. I'm shooting on my S20 FE. This is a 5-ish-year-old Samsung phone, and it was the low end of that S20 series of phones. Still works perfectly. The quality, in my eyes, is great. And this is a $20 ring light off to the side. That's really it. I have just the cord plugged in with a little USB A to C connector so I can plug the mic into the phone. But that's it. You don't need to have the best of the best. You don't need a $5,000 camera. Just get started. Start your filming. And with that, we got to edit the video. So let's talk about that next. So this is the second to last step in the framework. And this is editing the video. Now, this is, depending on how much time you have, this could be the bulk of that process. So if you've blocked out 12 hours in a week to do this, maybe block out a couple hours to do your research and your scripting, an hour to film. Research is usually ongoing, but this will take up the bulk of your time. Now, if you don't have a lot of time, you don't need to spend a lot of time with your editing. As you're starting out, you could just publish a one long video without anything. And as you learn, you could use free tools like InShot or LumaFusion or CapCut even. And then eventually, if you can, buy the paid versions of those or Adobe. There's a ton of other options out there. For me personally, I have the paid version of LumaFusion and I have InShot. So InShot is usually for short form video and I use LumaFusion for the rest. And then even Canva. So if you don't really get out to film a lot, depending on what your channel is all about, using B-roll and creating slides in Canva like I do, can be done for free. Now I have the paid version of Canva, but a lot of the stuff that I do can be used on the free version as well. And again, once you're starting out, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it out there. And then as you grow, start to learn and get better from video to video to video. And lastly, we got to publish the video. Now, this is the last step in the framework, and this is publishing your video. Now, I will say, if you're going to do one video per week, and it doesn't have to be, but if you're going to start out with doing a video per week, make sure you have, obviously you want to block that time out. So say on a Monday, you're going to do one thing, Tuesday, you're going to write the script, Wednesday, you're going to film, and then you've got Thursday and Friday to edit and publish, and then start that process all over again. Now, when it comes to actually publishing your videos, I like to schedule my videos out a week in advance. So as I'm recording this video, this is January 30th, and this is going to go out at the end of the first week of February. And starting next Monday, I'm going to start that process all over again, and I'll create the video for the second week in February. So just in case you get sick or life happens, you don't miss a video. And if you do miss a video and your goal was one per week, that's okay too. I got sick and I got sick for about 2.5 weeks and I missed a video over the holidays. That's okay. I still came back right away. First week in January, published the video, and I'm going on. Now that I'm back caught up again, I've got one video scheduled as I'm working on the next one. So that might mean as you start out, before you publish, finish a video, finish a second, you can even finish a third video and then schedule them out and then start that cycle. Do your prep work on Monday, you're writing on a Tuesday, you're filming on a Wednesday, and you're editing on a Thursday so you can have it published on a Friday and then start that all over again. It's that simple. Now, I did mention I use Notion, especially for quick capturing, but I use Notion to plan out all of my videos. And for me, this keeps me extremely organized. I know what videos are coming up, what videos have been scheduled, what need to be edited, and so on. So let's do a quick walkthrough of my Notion template. So to give you an idea, and you don't have to use Notion, you could use Excel, you could use just Google Drive and Google Docs, whatever works for you when it comes to planning, but I'll give you an idea of how I plan out my videos, so it'll give you a quick head start on planning your video. So let's dive right into Notion here. Now, on my Notion homepage, you can see I have my idea phase, what I'm researching, scripting, filming. You see this is the video that I'm filming right now, editing, scheduling, and I can easily just drop and drag each video into the area that it needs to go in. So we'll create a brand new video template and we'll make this full page. Now, I create a cover in Canva with a video number on it and the title of the video. So I add that cover to each and every one, so it looks nice and I know what's coming up. So in here, I'll give it what the title of the video that I'm recording. So for example, this one here, how to start a YouTube channel as a busy freelancer without losing your mind. And we'll go back to a brand new one here. So, and the way I number my videos is the year, so 25, the month, this one's going into 02, and then the video that I'm creating. So each video goes up. So this video is 25/02/31. That's my 31st video. The next video I'm going to talk about will be 25/02/32. And then when we get into March, 03, whatever that number is, so on. And then I have a pull down for the niches that I'm creating a video for. It's a productivity app, it's an unboxing, something geared towards entrepreneurship, an app, whatever the case may be, even social media marketing. So whatever the niche is, I know what I'm creating it about. The status of the video, this will move this video into one of those slots like I showed you before. If I have an affiliate or a sponsorship, I did one for Todoist already, but you can enter that information there. When I plan to publish it, if I've had to update when to publish it, and then the actual publish date, and then when I'm done, the URL. So we'll get into the body of my template here. So as you're planning out, I have a spot to write your title ideas down, your thumbnail ideas down before you actually make it. Write out your captions here, the tags for your video, and then any sponsorship information, the call to action that they want or that you want to talk about, and then you have the URL. Then I have a checklist as I go through. So planning, the ACAD of the video, the B-roll, assets. So a little checklist as I go along. Let's actually make that bigger here so we can get back into the template. And then from the checklist, I have my research and my notes. That's a blank page. I can jot down any notes as I'm going through whatever I can think of. I'll jot all of that down. And then getting into there, I have my script. Now your script, I have it broken down to intro, body, and CTA, hook, story, offer, however you want to do it. And I add lines, so the body may have multiple parts. I'll add a new line for each part of the script, and I'll only record that clip and then edit it all together. From there, I have my planning schedule, so my shot checklist and my film schedule. So any shots I have, any B-roll that I have, it all has a name. It gets put in there, and then my schedule, where I want to record it, what time, So if I'm doing a much bigger video and I need to get out and take B-roll shots all over, I can plan all of that out right there. And that is my Notion template for filming YouTube videos. So we just walked through that entire Notion template and the framework I use to create videos. So if you want to get this template, that's available. It has a full-on YouTube planning template like you just saw, but I also have a template where you can plan out all of your social media content, where you can plan out your short-term video content, email newsletters, sales funnels, whatever the case may be. Not only that, is it has a planning inbox. So if you're using Notion, you could set up a widget on your homepage that'll go to this planning inbox. So when you want to quickly capture information, it'll automatically go there. And then you can, after you capture the information, you can organize it into the video that you want. So if you want to get that template and use it for yourself, the link's in the description. And with that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.